Let's be honest. AI filmmaking is mostly guesswork. We type cinematic into our prompts and hope the results look anywhere near frames of famous filmmakers. Today, I'm ending the guesswork, and we are taking over the control. In this video, I focus on creating AI film sequences using Higgsfield Cinema Studio. This tool is an absolute cinematic beast. You can control the camera in 3D space and create every camera angle. It has cinematic camera motion and sound effects built in right inside the tool. It is highly customizable with full control over camera bodies, lenses, focal lengths, aperture, and even relighting your scene. This may sound overwhelming, so I will break it down and show you how to use it in your AI filmmaking workflow. Higgsfield Camera Studio consists of two main generation engines, image generator and video generator. Let's start with video. Video generator has image-to-video, start and end frame, built-in sound, and fantastic camera movements. Using pre-built cinematic camera motion options, you can create your own cinematography language. Let's take a look at some of the examples of camera motion. Handheld shot. This is simply fantastic for creating that documentary realism feeling. Zoom out, it adds scale. This camera motion isolates our character and places her to the middle of nowhere. Zoom in, this creates a connection and intensity with our character. It creates a fantastic emotional moment. Camera follows or tracking shot links up your audience with your character. It allows you to follow her journey from a comfortable yet close distance. It is perfect for creating that character-audience connection. Pan left or right can be used very effectively using start and end frames. Tilt up or tilt down helps a lot to either introduce your character, make a great entrance for her to the scene, or maybe show her costume or outfit in a stylish way. Orbit around is fantastic for that character moments. Camera orbits around your subject and puts your character to the center. It is fantastic again for character introduction or maybe a final scene where your character ends her journey. Dolly in is fantastic for creating that intense connection with your character. It generally starts from medium or full body shot and goes to the close-up of your character, but this is very intense, so you shouldn't use Dolly in all the time in your AI films. Otherwise, it will look ordinary. Dolly out brings this isolation between your character and the environment. It gives the sense of loneliness, and frankly, it feels like your character is about to start her journey in this world, which is alive and maybe full of dangers. Jib up or jib down, also known as crane up, crane down shots, is used as an establishing shot. Is used to introduce environment of your character and takes your audience from character and brings their attention to the location they are in. You can use this to show what's more out there and give your audience of a little bit of a guesswork that what kind of dangers can be out there waiting for my character. Drone shot is similar to crane up and crane down, but it's a little bit more sudden and a little bit more direct. In this shot, we really aim to bring attention of our audience to the location. Character loses importance very quickly, and it's all about the location itself. 360 roll on Higgsfield Cinema Studio is simply a vertigo shot. It creates this unease and sense of dizziness in a way. It really shakes their world and shows that something is wrong here. A video module has start frame and end frame, so you can upload two frames and connect them together. There's also options for spoken words or dialogue. Simply type what you want your character to say. We can see a few examples here.
Let's remember tonight, because tomorrow will be a new world out there.
And one of the things which excites me the most is image generation module of Higgsfield Cinema Studio. I will go into the details of all the camera bodies and different lens options, but before that I want to show you Angles version 2 and multi-shot options. So if you hover over one of the images you generated using Higgsfield Cinema Studio, you have different options. Multi-shot is positioned right here, and it allows you to generate multiple camera angles from a single source image in a second. It creates a grid like this with different camera angles of the same shot. You can then select the one you like or multiple of them, and hit Upscale to 4K. It is basically the famous grid method, but it's built in right inside the tool, and it will start upscaling immediately to 4K. Another cool thing you can do is you can hover over one of the images, click on this drop down and select Angles. Angles will bring camera control in 3D space right here. You can control camera however you want. We can, for example, bring it here and then hit Generate. And then it will place the camera slightly high angle towards left. It keeps the outfit and face pretty consistent. And from right here, you can actually click on Animate, and this will take you to, for example, a video generation model like Kling 2.6, or alternatively, you can change the model to anything you like. This really simplifies creating AI films because it's the full package. Image generator of Cinema Studio works like Nano Banana Pro. You can upload a reference character image and generate scenes with consistent characters, as you can see in these examples. The biggest difference of Cinema Studio is you can change cinematic style of every image using camera settings like a real filmmaker. This allows you to create your own unique recipes, to develop your own unique visual style. Alternatively, you can create AI films similar to famous directors' style like Christopher Nolan, for example. If you want to create cinematic images similar to Christopher Nolan's style, then you need massive scale of IMAX cameras with surgical sharpness of Zeiss lens, right here. So no distortion or flares, just pure overwhelming reality, like in Inception, Interstellar, Dunkirk, or Dark Knight. Prompting structure matters here. It is not enough to just select camera and lens. I recommend you to use this prompt structure. You can start with use attached character in your prompt. If you are using an attached reference image, then you can type action and costume of your character. You can add location and an initial camera angle. But camera angle option started to become less and less important because now we have all these camera angle changing tools, 3D camera controls, multi-shot with a single generation. So it is not such a big deal even if you forget it, but if you have a specific frame in your mind, of course you can mention your camera angle, and I would highly recommend you to add lighting or color palette or mood to bring that amazing cinematic colors to life. Let's talk about one of the most important elements impacting visual style, lens type. You can find lens type right here. This can be a bit overwhelming, so I will simplify this for you. In Higgsfield Cinema Studio, your lens choice defines your film's entire vibe. You have two main options, Spherical for reality and Anamorphic for cinema. Let's pick the right one for you. The spherical lenses make the world look natural, with no distortion. Do you need a modern, sharp, a clean, high-tech look? Then you can use Zeiss Ultra Prime or Arri Signature Prime. These are perfect for sci-fi or real-life drama. If you want some emotions and vintage warmth, then Cook S4 makes skin look amazing. For a nostalgic golden glow, you can use Canon K35, and this really adds some vintage warmth to your scene. For surreal moments, grab the Helios or Petsfile. Their blur makes everything feel like a dream. So this is perfect for dreamy reality shots. Anamorphic lenses, on the other hand, give you that blockbuster feel with oval lights and cool flares. It's perfect for classic action. You can use Panavision C-series lens, and this will give you those iconic blue streaks. It screams like big budget movie. If you want to go for more of a futuristic direction, a sharper tech-heavy look, you can use the Hawk V Lite. It's cleaner and cooler and perfect for Cyberpunk. If you want to go for more wild and artistic, you can try JDC X-Tal Express. This creates crazy rainbow flare. I would recommend you to use it more for music videos or hallucinations, not shots resembling hardcore reality. In Higgsfield Cinema Studio, picking a camera body is just choosing your film texture. You have three main vibes here. First is vintage film. If you want that nostalgic, grainy home movie look, then you can pick Arri Flex 16 SR. If you want grain but with massive epic scale, then you can go for IMAX film. Next is modern cinema. For the standard, perfect Hollywood look with great skin tones, you can choose Arri Alexa 35. If your scene is dark and moody, then you can pick the Sony Venice because it sees in the dark better than anything else. If you want a crisp, high-contrast video game look, then you can use Red V Raptor. For that same sharpness, but with a warmer, more cinematic feel, you can go with the Panavision DXL2. Focal length is the next setting. You can start with 8mm. This is the fisheye. It warps the world and bends the horizon. You can use this for wild, trippy shots where you want things to look intense. Then you can move to 14mm. This is for action. It makes rooms look huge and heroes look epic, but keeps the line straighter than the 8mm. 35mm is just right for telling a story. If you feel overwhelmed with Cinema Studio, when it comes to focal length, most of the time you can choose 35mm and your shots will look actually amazing. Finally, 50mm. This is for people. It mimics the human eye, therefore you can use this to focus purely on faces and emotions without any weird distortion. For close-ups, this can be quite effective. I will give you also a few quick tips for Aperture. In Higgsfield Cinema Studio, Aperture is your emotional volume knob. You have three main settings to tell your story. Start with f1.4. This is your dream mode. It melts the background into creamy bokeh, isolating your character for pure emotion. Use this for intimate close-ups or when a character is crying or falling in love. This makes the world disappear. Next is f4, and this is your storyteller. It's the standard cinema look again, sharp enough to see the actor, but with enough depth to see where they are. You can use this for dialogue scenes, cafe or restaurant scenes, so both actors stay in focus. Finally, F11. This is for clarity. Everything is sharp from hero to the horizon. So these individual elements help to build amazing, unique cinematic styles for you, but how to combine them exactly? For this job, I will give you some master recipes. These are cheat codes. It's a pre-tested combination of specific camera body and lenses that is guaranteed to produce a distinct visual aesthetic. For Christopher Nolan's epic look, go for cold, technical, hyper-realistic. As I mentioned, you can use IMAX film camera and Zeiss Ultra Prime 35mm. For this massive sense of scale, sharpness and zero distortion. For Cyberpunk neon sci-fi look, you can go for Red V Raptor together with Hawk V Light lens. You can use 35mm f4. This will bring digital textures, futuristic, horizontal blue lens flares. For the desert epic like Dune look, you can use IMAX film camera together with Panavision C series. This gives you an atmospheric haze and soft grain to make the environment feel massive and the characters feel small. The romantic close-up shots for rom-coms. So we need something intimate and dreamy here, and we will melt the background into soft bokeh, isolating the actor's emotions. So for this, you can use Arri Alexa 35 with Cook S4. The indie nostalgia, raw, emotional and textured look. This has a lot of vintage golden flares and that nostalgic feeling. For this, you can use Arri Flex 16 SR camera body with Canon K35 lens. The disoriented dream, this is a little bit more surreal and psychological and uneasy. For this job, you can use Sony Venice camera with Petzval lens. The Vogue fashion editorial look, this is glossy, elegant and sharp. This setup blows out the background completely to focus every pixel of attention on the outfit and the model's attitude. For this job, use Sony Venice camera body with Cook S4 lens. The vintage horror or found footage look, this is dizzying and terrifying. For this job, you can use Panavision DXL2 with Helios lens. And the macro commercial look, this technical setup allows you to get inches away from a product while keeping everything in deep focus. You can highlight water droplets on a can or a bottle for fine details. For this job, use Red V Raptor camera with Laowa macro lens. For focal length, you can pick 14mm here with Aperture f11. Another cool feature of Higgsfield Cinema Studio is something called What's Next. And this is using algorithm to predict and generate the next logical shot in the storyline. You can find this feature right here in this drop-down. You have option called What's Next. When you click on it, it will start generating some logical next steps for your storyline. This can be perfect for quick experimentation and iteration in a scale. And last thing I want to show you is changing the lighting in a scene without regenerating the entire composition. This is called Higgsfield Relight. You can find it right here. With Higgsfield Relight, we can change both direction of light in the scene and also the color. So even though in this shot we have candle light and a restaurant light, I'm gonna change the light direction to, let's say, a little bit more high angle. And I'm also going to decrease the brightness and change color to something crazy. Let's go for red. And of course, you can select between soft light and hard light. I will go for soft light. Hit generate. My generation is ready. So it put a soft red light to high angle toward more right, as we asked. Now I changed the color to green, increased its brightness and made it a hard light. And I will also generate this. Now it looks like there is some radiation in the scene. You can even compare these different light options. If you are unsure, like you can select this option and you have two different light sources. And of course, you can pick the one which fits best to your creative direction. Hopefully, this video was truly helpful for you. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe for more in-depth tutorials. If you want to learn more about future of AI storytelling, click here.